So we move to the next commonly asked healthcare assistant interview question that says, how do you handle stressful situations or high pressure environment? Now, this question could be asked in a different form. They could ask you, how do you handle stress at work? Or how do you manage your time at work? Or tell us how you prioritize your task at work. So these three questions can be they can twist it in any form. Now, for us to answer handling stressful situation, I like us to find out what stressful situation could mean, what could be the cause or factors that may cause stressful situations at work. Okay, now what I have listed out here are: 1, shortage of staff. We all know that when we are short-staffed, we have so much pressure, because you can imagine when you have about 15 residents on a unit and you were meant to be four staff caring for them. Now you are not 4, you are just 2. You can imagine it will be very, very stressful. Now, high demand or high workload, a situation whereby you have a lot of responsibilities, you have to multitask, you have to do a lot of things at the same time, you have to do personal care, you have to feed, you have to engage the residents in activity, you have to take them to hospital appointments, all these things. It could cause pressure or stress, because when you know that after breakfast I will have to take the resident to hospital, and when we come back I will have to do lunch, it can cause stress. Another thing that can cause stress is challenging behavior from the residents. When the residents are showing signs of challenging behavior, it can cause stress. When you are trying to manage this person, you are trying to manage the other person, you are brainstorming yourself, trying to find out how to control or what strategy to employ in order to calm this person down. It can cause pressure. Another thing, emotional strain. What do I mean by emotional strain? Sometimes we've got residents by, I don't know, intentionally or unintentionally, you become so much or somehow attached to them. Maybe because of how they behave or how they talk, or how they relate with you. And maybe you see this person, their health is failing them. You are doing everything possible. Everybody is working hard to help them be better, but they're not getting better. It can cause stress. Coming to work to know that, oh, this resident used to work. They used to walk from their room to the dining. Now they can no longer walk. You have to hoist them, you have to feed them, you have to do everything for them. It can cause stress or pressure. Another thing I have here is lack of resources. What do I mean by lack of resources? Have you experienced coming to work in the morning and there is no pad to use for the residents, or there is no gloves, the cleaners did not bring it out, or they did not supply it? It can be stressful. You have to run. If you're on the ground floor, you have to go to the first floor and ask them, please, have you got any pad? If they don't have, you have to go to the second floor, you have to go to the third floor, you have to keep on going around. And as you are going, time is going. Everything you have to do is piling up for you. It can cause stress, it can cause headache. So yeah, another thing I have here is adhering to policies of the home. For example, a lot of policies they give to us. For example, infection control policy. You have to make sure if you're going to a resident room, you have to go with this, you have to go with that, you have to. Sometimes there could be something like emergency, or sometimes somehow you just went into a resident room, you have to help them with one thing or the other, and you need to have to come out again to get it. Can be stressful, if you understand what I mean. So all these things are stressful situations that can happen in the care home. Why I'm explaining this? If you can understand what stressful situations are, or what could cause a stressful situation or what could cause pressure, you will be able to answer this question. That's why I'm taking 5 minutes to explain what could be, because it can also serve as interview question. What things do, or can you tell us what could cause stress at work? Can you tell us what could put you under pressure at work? All these things I listed are things that can put you under pressure at work. Do you get? Now, how do you manage it? I have just few points here. Now, first of all, to manage stressful situation, number one is to prioritize your task. What does prioritizing task mean? Prioritizing task means doing the things that are more important first, then doing the other one second. What do I mean? If you come to work in the morning, you've got a resident who should go for hospital appointment at 9 o'clock. You have somebody who should take their medication at 8:30. You have someone that needs to offer personal care. You have someone who is on bed soaking wet. You have the one who is on bed not soaking wet, sleeping. Which one would you attend to first? So you have to check all these things, and you have to see this person needs to take their medication. If they don't take it 8:30, can they take it at 9? If they can, the person going for hospital appointment, do I need to get this person ready? You have to check and do the first thing first. Otherwise, you will get choked in the middle. Remember, all these things I listed are already tasks waiting for you to do. Now, how do you do it? Prioritizing your task. So, prioritizing of task comes in different form. The question they can ask you, tell us how you prioritize your task. Simply tell them you prioritize your task by doing the things that is more important first, taking them one after the other, and also seeking for help when you need, because you understand you cannot do everything. So you seek for help when there is need to seek for help, and you take it one at a time without rushing it, because when you rush it, you are likely to make a mistake. I just answered this question. It's even not what I included here. But now, answering how to manage a stressful situation, number one is this prioritizing task. Attend to the one that most need, the one that need to be the pressing one, the one that have the resident with more pressing need. Attend to that one first. Okay. The next thing I have here is seek for help. Communicate with your colleague. Seek for help when you should seek for help. Like I said, you cannot do everything. I have somebody that went for an interview. They paint a scenario for her and said, you are in the hospital on your duty post, everything is fine. You've got a patient who vomited on the floor, and you have a patient family who is asking for a file. Also, you have a patient buzzing that wants a cup of tea. Tell us how you will handle this situation. Already, this is you're already under pressure. 3 tasks waiting for you at the same time. What do you do? Prioritizing your task. Remember, handling stressful situation, prioritizing your task. Now, you have 3 things waiting for you. What do you do? First of all, you check the one with more pressing need. More pressing need. When these 3 things, you see that the one that vomited have more pressing need. Why? Because if you don't attend to them, give them sick boy to vomit inside, and call the domestic or whoever that is responsible to clean it up. Somebody that is sick vomited on the floor. They can work on it, sleep, and they will fall down, hit their head. The case became worse. Now, on the process of doing that, you have someone buzzing. You can call your colleague. Hello, Mrs. Charity, please can you help and attend to the patient in bed 8? You have seek for help. And after that, what next? You can go to the second person, which is the patient family, asking for a file. So that is how it works. Prioritize your task, do the first thing first, communicate with others, seek for help. The next thing I have here is focusing on the things you can control. Like I said before, you just have to do what you can do when you can do it. You cannot do everything at the same time. You understand you can't do everything at the same time. So you have to first of all focus on the one you can do. Because if you try to do everything at the same time, there is possibility you will not get all of them correct. You end up making a mistake. You know, when we say jack of all traders, jack of all trade, master of none, you end up messing everything up. So the last thing I have here is, they used to tell me whenever I go for interview, they ask this question, they will always tell you, remember to take care of yourself. Remember, this is job. You cannot finish the job. You can only finish your shift. If you are working 8 to 8, you can only finish your shift between 8 to 8. You cannot finish the job. Care job as a whole, you cannot finish it. Alright? So these are ways you can manage or maintain stressful situation at work. While I was explaining these things, I hit a lot of points. If the question come in this form, tell us how you prioritize your task. You can also, from all I have explained, tell them that you do the first thing first. The one with more pressing need, you attend to that one first. The one with more pressing need, then you can go to the second, and you also seek for help if there is a need. I hope you understand. Yes? We move to the next question, which is, tell us your experience working with a resident or a person living with dementia.